gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's a Black Gen Z mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
We know who's doing some of this stuff. What are we doing about it as parents?
A Chicago older woman has simply had enough of the car thefts plaguing Chicago.
And there are certainly more than enough to talk about. Tia Ewing has the shocking number of crimes recorded in just 1 week's time. Tia.
Well, Dawn and Terrence, it was so shocking when I saw the actual number that I had to call over the executive producer to look at it to make sure I wasn't seeing things. Car theft was the highest it's ever been in the city of Chicago last year, but this year the thieves aren't slowing down. In 7 days, 457 cars have been stolen.
This is
7 days, 457 cars. This is a problem. This is a huge problem. On top of the illegal alien situation in Chicago, the city is in complete and utter chaos. It almost feels like there's no coming back from this. It's truly frightening.
Isn't a typical car crash. The white car was stolen out of South Suburban Riverdale Tuesday.
Yeah, we're southbound of a Dan right now for wanted vehicle struck 2 Riverdale police cars.
The car took off. A day later and 15 miles away, this is where it was found. The driver of the stolen car smashed into this red vehicle in the 6300 block of South Stewart in Chicago and tried to get away.
He's running westbound on 63rd.
In the span of 7 days, from January 29th through February 4th of this year, 457 cars were stolen. That's nearly 65 cars stolen citywide every single day.
on the side of accountability. You do the crime, you do the time.
That's actually slightly down from the same time period last year. But Alderwoman of the 20th Ward, where this crash happened, says it's not enough for Chicagoans to complain about the problem. There has to be action taken.
This safety plan is just not on CPD in the city of Chicago. This is on all of us as neighbors.
The stolen car crash sent 5 people to the hospital with serious injuries. One of them is in critical. The driver of the stolen car was arrested on scene. Charges and citations are pending against him.
The young people who are still in these cars are young people. Like, let's make it plain. When we look at the videos, you can look at these are babies.
Yeah, and they're not babies. They're super teen gremlins on demon time. We gotta stop calling them babies, because you're lightening the fact that they are stealing cars, harming people, potentially killing people. That's not what babies do, ma'am. And these actions have been enabled by the leftist agenda and the liberals who continue to vote in people just based off of what they look like and not actual policy.
We could have caught that baby in 3rd grade, but we was too busy figuring out how many jails we could build for them instead of really giving them the support they need. So that's why I said it's accountability.
There she goes. Oh, we were too busy figuring out how many jails we could build for them. No, that's not what they were busy figuring out at all. It's not how it works. It's not how it works. You were too busy not parenting. You were too busy focused on your career instead of keeping an eye out on your kid. It's the parents' responsibility.
On both sides. And parents, know what your damn kid is doing.
Well, if you want to give your input on policing, there is a community meeting that will happen tomorrow at Sherwood Park at 5701 South Shields from 6 until 8 in the evening. Live tonight, Tia Ewing, Fox 32 Chicago.
A dramatic scene in Brighton Park. 2 people shot in broad daylight in a car outside of McDonald's restaurant. It happened at Archer and Rockwell. NBC5's Regina Waldrop has our story tonight.
So what have I told you guys about these fast food restaurants and how dangerous they can be? You know, we really are not taking into account these situations and the issues that are, I mean, it's so deep rooted. We know gas stations are very dangerous. You have to have your head on a swivel. Chicken spots especially, right? When it comes to fast food. But then we also have McDonald's. They're a huge location or destination for these super gremlins to get buck wild in. You know, you used to be able to just go and get a Big Mac and not have to worry about it, but now it's a lot different.
Simulcast is getting a person shot. Archer and 38th McDonald's in a vehicle fires en route.
Tonight, 2 men critically injured in a drive-by shooting.
Again, a person shot, given 2 locations.
It started just after 4:30 at this gas station in the 3800 block of South Archer.
The victim's vehicle and the offender's vehicle, prior to the calls come out on Archer, they both pulled out of the Shell gas station.
After the shooting, a chase, then a crash in front of this McDonald's at Archer and Pershing. Mike Lorber was on the scene in Sky 5.
You can see that silver vehicle there that's been shot up. We saw the Chicago Fire Department take one person out of that vehicle performing CPR before placing that person in an ambulance and transporting them. A second person appeared to be pinned in the vehicle for a while.
12th Ward Alderwoman Julia Ramirez issued this community alert, calling the shooting targeted. The crash happened across the street from her ward office. The victims, a 31-year-old and 43-year-old, were taken to area hospitals with multiple gunshot wounds. At the crash scene, a distraught woman showed up telling police she noticed her brother's car. A third person in another vehicle injured in the crash, also taken to the hospital. Detectives are looking at surveillance video from the Shell gas station. Again, they say they're looking for a tan-colored SUV. Reporting from Brighton Park, I'm Regina Waldrop, NBC5 News.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Janquavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetized and shadow banned in this bitch. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on demon time.
Chicago police are also investigating a mysterious homicide on the city's northwest side. A man died after being shot in a warehouse. The victim has been identified as 55-year-old Ely Martinez. He was found with a gunshot wound to his chest.
Woo! So, there you have it. We got this individual who was deleted in a warehouse. These are the blue collar ninjas or burrito gremlins who, you know, we really don't know. But blue collar brothers are getting knocked off. You know, I just did a story on a brother in Philly, 88-year-old man, got knocked off after dropping his girl off, shot in his car. So, as you guys can see, there is no real respect for the elders. It's fair game. Everyone's fair game.
It happened here in the 1800 block of North Costner in the Hermosa neighborhood. Martinez was pronounced dead at Mount Sinai Hospital. A woman who lives near the warehouse told CBS 2 she's concerned about the neighborhood and she's concerned about recurring chaos.
It was just constant noise at night, drag racing, in and out in the middle of the night. Cars were coming with really loud music. The windows were rattling. Parties at night. Not the first time that I heard gunshots either.
So far, there have been no arrests.
And Chicago police this morning investigating the shooting death of a man on the city's northwest side.
Courtney Spinelli joining us live with the latest details. Courtney.
John and Gaynor, good morning. It's been more than 9 hours since this shooting, and police are still out here on scene at this crime scene inside of this warehouse. Dispatch audio from last night that we have reveals moments that officers started to arrive on scene here, finding the victim, a 55-year-old man.
2532 westbound, a fighter could be inside the building here. 25-1.
Person shot 1830 North Coffee 20. We're going to put you notifying that person shot. Go ahead.
Show me on the way. All right, 10-4. Fire's on CPR right now.
You can hear their officers detailing life-saving actions by the Chicago Fire Department on scene. According to Chicago police, this shooting happened just before 9:30 last night. The victim was found in the garage of what appears to be an auto shop. Police say he had been shot in the chest. He was rushed to Mount Sinai, where authorities say he was pronounced dead. Investigators could be seen documenting evidence, and you can see a tow truck surrounded by crime scene tape inside that building. Details this morning are still limited, and it's not clear what the victim's connection is to this business or what may have led up to this. Now, the victim has not yet been identified, their name not yet released, but the medical examiner's office says an autopsy is scheduled for today. CPD has also not announced any arrests in the case and says that Area 5 detectives are investigating. Now, it is worth noting within the last few months, I talked to a business owner just about 2 blocks from here who raised concerns over recent violence the area had seen, including separate shootings and armed robberies. Again, in this case, though, no motive has been released as of this morning. Reporting live in Hermosa, Courtney Spinelli, WGN News.
Following a story developing on the northwest side where police are investigating the shooting death of a 55-year-old inside a business.
We've just learned the identity of the victim. The death of Ely Martinez is ruled a homicide. WGN's Courtney Spinelli has more.
I heard it. I heard about four shots, and then it was just a lot of people out. There seems to be a party happening.
Neighbors describing the piercing sounds of gunfire Saturday night. It was just before 9:30 when Chicago police responded to a warehouse near Costner and Cortland.
Inside the building here.
It was inside an auto detailing shop where police say they found a man after someone shot him in the chest.
He's on CPR right now.
Police dispatch audio detailing the life-saving measures by first responders. According to CPD, the victim was rushed to Mount Sinai but died from his injuries.
Concern's been going on for months now. A lot of neighbors have been complaining.
This resident didn't want to be identified out of fear for her safety. She's one of several neighbors claiming the business seems to draw large crowds far too often.
Just parties pretty much every night, especially when the weather's a little warmer.
She says she's saddened but not shocked to hear what happened. She alleges the gatherings also spill out onto the street.
So loud that the windows are rambling.
So these are large gatherings, something that I've warned about. And look, guys, you know, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer, but I really just want to let people know that we have an issue. And the reason why this issue persists is because the people that Chicagoans are voting into political power, i.e. Mayor Brandon Johnson, have no interest in solving this issue. They only have interest in scoring leftist political points to propel their careers to, you know, heights that they can't do on their own. And they need the backing of a corrupt party. And to bash the former president, Donald Trump, so that they can look good in the press. It's ridiculous.
These motorbikes come in and out till late at night, speed racing.
The building, once home to a factory owned by the Schwinn Bicycle Company, sits just feet from where people live and houses at least one other business, a locally owned tap room. Residents say they worry about the safety of everyone around and hope something is done to prevent further problems.
I think there should be more police activity and more concern with noise ordinance and just crime activity.
In Hermosa, Courtney Spinelli, WGN News.
WGN has reached out to the 26th Ward alderperson to ask whether their office has been aware of the complaint. So far, no response.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.